So, first vid on the channel. It's not brand new. I started this in December of last year, 24, as a repository for some short stories or horror short stories uh, that I was contemplating while stuck on my second book of my sci-fi series. Uh, it just sat idle. I mean, zero subs, no content. Up until now, only because I had a better idea for it. But it sat vacant that long because I did finally finish that second book and then immediately finished the third and fourth, which took me up until last week. So, with that said, I am a self published author. Books available on Kindle and paperback, but that's not the focus of this channel. What I'd like to do is present to you the other aspect of writing that I've found really, really engaging, and that's writing reviews. Um, through the writing, one of the biggest tools that we have as self-published authors is the vast amount of review tools at our disposal, and one of them is Book Bounty. Through that, I've found some really, really good books by new independent authors that I think maybe other people would find fascinating as well, or truly horrific in a lot of cases. So that's what I want to do here. I've really, really enjoyed writing the reviews on Amazon, but specifically transferring that over to Goodreads now, just because it is more engaging with the authors themselves. You can ask questions and whatnot. I mean, there's a lot more bio on the authors themselves. But I don't want this as an introductory video to go on forever, so that's what we're doing. We're going to review books almost exclusively available on Kindle Unlimited. You know, for any author that's um, enrolled their books into KDP Select. These are things we can get into in later videos if you're interested. Uh, but if you are an avid reader, uh, if you read more than 5 to 6 books a month, a Kindle Unlimited subscription is invaluable to you. And that's also something we can get into later on. So, what I'd like to do is focus on those books available almost exclusively through those formats. Um, the genres themselves, I'm going to just stick with horror, thriller, occult, and sci fi because there is general ties to all three of them. Uh, and I want to position the channel as a discovery engine uh, for readers that are looking for mind-bending, psychological, unknowable uh, challenges, as opposed to, you know, simplistic hand-fed popcorn reads. I don't like them. I don't read them. I don't like them. I don't read them. I don't write them. There's people that enjoy that, and to each their own. I like to be challenged. I like to get frustrated when I'm reading. I want to know what the author was thinking so badly that I'll reread chapters multiple times, and I know I'm not the only one. If you're still listening to this, you're still watching this, you're that person too. So yeah, we're gonna create a discovery engine here, and I'm gonna try to guide you towards those hidden gems with your help, and we'll get to that in a minute. So what you can expect to see here are in-depth, spoiler-free critiques of individual books by those new and independent authors. By new, I mean in the last, I don't know, 5 to 6 years. Um, we're not going back decades here. Um, I'd like to profile promising new authors because there are quite a few that really deserve the attention to be placed on them. They're quite gifted, uh, and they're really good at what they do. Um, I also want to engender discussions on specific subgenres and themes within the horror, thriller, occult, and sci-fi genres themselves. Uh, there's so much to explore there. And speaking of horror, uh, I've always had a gut wrenching fear of speaking in public. And I know it's a little bit different speaking into a camera, but you're going to see facial Tourette's from time to time as I struggle for the right words to say. With each minute that I do this, though, it does become more comfortable. Uh, and I do want to stay away from scripting everything word for word verbatim. I don't want to do that because it's not original in my mind. I've tried that in the past on a different channel, and it just doesn't come across as genuine. So we're going to stay away from that. We'll try to unscript things as much as possible. I will read the reviews that I have already posted for a lot of these books, though, verbatim, just because I don't want to offend the source. And whether that's myself that I'd be offending or, an author that's already gotten that review in hand. Um, at any rate, so like I said, to keep this as short as possible, uh, this doesn't work without interaction, without support. We're at 0 subs. We're just starting out. This is number one. So yeah, I mean, if what I've covered so far is something you're interested, absolutely like the video. Certainly subscribe and share it because there's other people out there too. You're not the only one um, that wants to know where to find things. And I can only hope that I help you and who's ever in your circle to find these hidden gems too. Um, so right off the bat, I'm just going to ask you, what are your favorite? What are some books that you found? Throw them in the comments, and I'll read them. We'll cover anything you want to cover. I mean, there's things I want to cover, of course. It's what's starting this out, but anything that you're interested in, let's cover it too. And we got time. I don't mind making videos, and it's a good way to have an engagement going both ways. Um, so for the first video that will follow this one, I'm going to break my rule right away, and it won't be a Kindle Unlimited book, but available through Kindle, as well as Audible. The title of the book is My Darling Dreadful Thing by Joanna Van Veen. I came about it by accident. Uh, Honestly, I think it was a suggestion through Audible with the the 5 or 6 credits that I had remaining at the time, and it looked interesting. It looked intriguing. The book description caught my eye, so I purchased it, and I was not disappointed. Uh, yeah, I'll cover that in the video, but that'll be the first one up. Um, there's I've got a list of at least 10 more, but I don't want to go off the rails right off the bat. What I mean is, I want to cover one book, one video, one book, one author, one video. I think that makes sense. Down the road, if there's interest in it, we can do a top 5, a top 10. We can do some polling. But other than that, we'll see where the channel goes. Well, I appreciate it. And until next time, thank you.